Hey guys, this video might not be like the others on my channel, but it's important. I need to address a few accusations made toward me. I want to go through the accusations one by one and debunk some false things being said about me. Thankfully, my community has done a good job holding me accountable, and they have organized this channel for me to read through. I'm going to try to get through this video without crying. As you can probably tell, it's not been great. The first accusation is one I take very personally. And what sucks the most is it comes from a good friend of mine, Moshi Moxie, who is another content creator. He asks, "Why did you do that thing? Why did you do it?" I genuinely don't know how to go about this one, but we all know the thing I did wasn't okay, and I'm sorry it made you all upset. The next accusation is a little more serious. Breaking, social media star Cosmonautic is under fire for leaked screenshots of texting minors, which is an article published by Boy News. This article alleges I was arrested for harassing coal miners and have been doing so for months. Their source of proof is this mugshot and some testimony from the coal miners who allege I kept asking questions they didn't understand and that made them uncomfortable, like which Y level is best for mining emeralds. Or have you guys been to the Nether yet? And the craziest part of this article is where they say I was arrested for— I'm sorry, my dog really wants attention. For breaking into the dig site to look for diamonds. All I have to say in response to this allegation is that I just can't resist the coal miner uniform. I'm so sorry, but there's just something about it. I'm truly sorry the coal miners felt uncomfortable with my questions and me asking for resources and with my pursuit. It was a severe lapse in judgment, and I understand that I may not be forgiven, but I will seek therapy and it will not happen again. A set of DMs leaked as well, which were conversations between me and my mod team. This exposed some habits of mine that I've been trying to stop, but the kicking grandma's accusation is 100% true. It started when I was in a very dark place mentally, and I just haven't stopped. My mods have been egging me on instead of helping me ditch this habit, and for that, I am so sorry. Regarding the allegation of Minecoin racketeering, which is also seen in these DMs, it isn't something I'm heavily involved in. Alpha, my best friend and one of the admins of my Discord, is the head of that operation. She isn't sorry and she won't stop until she gets caught by the authorities, and I'm too scared to confront her about it. As for the last accusation that Altone makes, I'm not dignifying that with a response. Now this next one, I'm sorry if I get a bit emotional about it, but it comes from my best friend who I mentioned in the previous accusation. I'll just read this one as it is. Alpha said, "Cosmonautic is a disgusting person. I mean, how can one person suck so badly at Bed Wars? It makes no sense to me unless they were faking it. 0.1 CPS is just not normal, and there is nothing you can say to disprove that. As well as that, they constantly post videos on YouTube. Who does that? You have to have a genuinely deranged mind to want to do that. I'll see you in court, Cosmic Shitter." I think what sucks the most about reading that is knowing how much of it isn't true and how much it has spread. I trained so hard at Bed Wars, and I may be a bit washed now, but I do my best. I'm not terrible just because my CPS isn't what it used to be. I want to apologize directly to a viewer of mine, Tatamane, for not playing Bed Wars on stream for so many months. I have fallen off. I'm a bit washed, and I'm terribly sorry for that. As for constantly posting videos on YouTube, I do my best to keep my audience fed. If they don't get the content they need, Lord only knows what they'll do next. I must do my duty to this world and keep it safe from the Subonauts, or they will bring about the end. As for seeing me in court, I can't wait. Alpha sent me official papers, and I plan to live stream the whole thing on the second Tuesday of next week. Moving on, the next allegation is one I never expected to surface, but I should have addressed it a long time ago. The bug collector asks, "Where were you during 1987? And while I never expected anyone to find this out, I have some explaining to do. During 1987, I got a job at a restaurant for kids, similar to Chuck E. Cheese, but with more of an emphasis on pizza. I worked on the animatronics and as a mascot, and back then I had a boss that wouldn't let me take breaks to eat food. One day, I was so hungry because I hadn't eaten anything before my shift, and a kid came up to me. He wanted a picture, and I bit him. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have told you sooner, but I was behind the bite of 87. And I've lived with that secret weighing down on my shoulders for too long. There is no good way to move on from that. We have more things to address, so we must. The next one is one I have proof against, actually, and it comes from Carter. Carter, who recently joined MSMP in September. Carter, who claims I killed his pet parrot in Minecraft. This accusation is rather easy to prove wrong because before Carter joined MSMP in September, I actually never played Minecraft with Carter before. This accusation was made in August for context, so checkmate, Carter. Sadly, the next one is painfully true. Listen, I won't apologize for loving who I love or for being my true self, but I will apologize for the families it's put in jeopardy. Elite Meats has told me I need to apologize for f***ing so many people's moms, but man, I just love suburban pop, and I don't think anyone can disagree with me there. The only thing I'm sorry for in regards to this is for being a homewrecker, and I'm sincerely sorry your dads just don't have enough riz like I do. Someone accused me of breaking the Geneva Convention, and I think they're referring to this thumbnail, but I specifically colored it the way I did to avoid that. The violation would be if I used a red cross on a white background, but I used a white cross on a red background. And moving on, another one from the Bug Collector. I wanted to address this one for good measure, but I did speak with them about it privately. When these allegations were made, I didn't have a full mod team. It was 4 people over a Discord with well over 100 people in it, so I had to improvise. I used Carlbot for the majority of the mod actions, and in my Discord, we have a strict no slurs rule, and the Bug Collector used the word queer and got immediately banned for it. I quickly fixed it by unbanning and sending a new invite, and by fixing the filter on Carlbot to allow the word through. This was taken as me hating LGBTQ people, and this screenshot was brought into question. I would like to remind everyone that I am bisexual and non-binary as my response to this, and that I have a lot of gay friends. I can't be homophobic if I have gay friends, obviously. One of the last allegations I plan to address is Miracle, one of the members of MSMP, my server that we spoke about earlier. He accused me of being a neglectful server owner because I wasn't going to finish the server tweaks before he got home after he had a horrible, bad, and stressful day. What? Would you believe he's a pit bull and not a husky? Miracle made this accusation at 1 AM my time and in turn interrupted my very important Cosmo enrichment time, during which I had been eating cucumbers with ranch and watching Karen body cam videos. I still haven't recovered from this interruption, and Miracle never even apologized. And finally, one of the last accusations coming from Moshi Moxie. Moshi called me a bully and a fraud and says I bully him off camera. He claims I make fun of him for not being able to spell, and that I torment him with this image of Herobrine in underwear. Sadly, this is all true, and here are the screenshots that prove it. Moshi, I am sincerely sorry for making you upset with the image of Herobrine. It was a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and nothing can ever make up for it. But the other accusation Moshi makes is much more serious. Moshi says my speedrun video, the one where I got the #1 world record, was staged, and that he was Herobrine. And this is something I just can't stand for. That video is 100% real, and if you don't believe me, you should watch it yourself. I'll put it in the end card. One thing I almost forgot to address is Cosmonautic. I'm so terribly sorry for this. I know that I have cursed the world by bringing this to life, and I am so sorry. It's out of my hands and there's nothing I can do. And that's all the allegations I have to address. I'm going to take a long break after this because of how stressed out these allegations have made me. Before you go, I have one more thing for you. Hey. It's been a while since you've seen my face. I haven't been doing so well, so I took a little break. And a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. I guess it doesn't matter if it's true though. Just as long as it's entertaining to you.